To talk about great things that are happening in central Iowa, and that includes Living History Farm. So we have Jeff North joining us this morning, talking about Ioway Culture Day. That's coming up this Saturday, correct?
Correct, yeah.
Now, what is Ioway Culture Day?
Ioway Culture Day is, we're really celebrating and focusing on the Ioway tribe that was here in Iowa a really long time ago.
Okay.
And they were actually one of the first farmers here in Iowa.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Because a lot of times people joke or they reference the state,
Ioway.
the Ioway way or something like that, but you're physically talking about a group, or you said a tribe of people.
That's correct, yeah.
Okay, I had no idea, so let's talk about this a little.
Yeah, so the Ioway actually come from the Aniota culture, which is from Wisconsin, and they were the first ones to settle here in Iowa. And they were actually innovative tool makers. They were farmers as well. So what we have during Ioway Day is we're really focusing on like a tool workshop. So we take a bison hide, we fill it full of sticks and bones and stones, and we basically tell kids to, think of a tool to make. So let's say I need a weed eater, for example, to mow down the grass.
Sure.
So what they'll do is they'll look at all the bones, figure out what's a good choice and what's not, and build a tool, and they'll test it out and try to make it. But we also have people from the office of the archaeology department here in the state.
Sure.
And they're going to be coming out and displaying Ioway tools too.
So you actually have some things that were used, and you believe you know what the purpose of those tools are.
Right.
Unbelievable. But you have a chance to get your hands on as well and see what you would create if you were in a similar situation. Yeah. Wonderful. What else are we doing to honor the Ioway? So
we actually have Ioway coming up from Oklahoma, and he's going to be displaying some pottery techniques. He's going to be making pottery all day, so guests can come up, help him out, make some of their own, and see how it progresses on throughout the day.
I love how hands-on everything is. Is this a typical thing that would happen at an event like with Living History Farm?
Yes, all the time. We do crafts all the time.
So how long of a process was this to create this event? Because this sounds like a pretty big event.
Honestly, I don't know when Ioway Culture Day started, but the Ioway Farm has been at Living History Farm since the 1980s. And then we've had, like I said, we've had Ioway come up and give us some advice on how to build things.
What are the reactions of people that come out and enjoy Ioway Day at Living History Farms?
They're just kind of shocked, Hollywood kind of depicts the Native Americans one way, and whenever we start talking about their way of life, their culture, their belief systems, things like that, their crafts, they go to find out that it's a little more sophisticated than what meets the eye right at first, so they're kind of shocked a little bit. They also, another reaction that I have with kids is they have a lot of fun when they're out there too. So they don't know that they're learning. That's the best part of it. And so when they're having fun and learning, that's part of our mission there.
Yeah.
Now you mentioned having some of the tools that they created. How many different tools do you think you guys have on display?
Just for farming tools, we've got about 4 or 5. So we've got a couple different rakes, a digging stick, and that's actually what they're plowing up their fields with. So a family of 6 to 10 needs 3 to 5 acres just to feed their family for 1 year.
And they use a stick?
They use a stick to plow it.
How big of a stick are we talking here? How big around?
About
a little bigger than a broom handle?
Yeah, I would say so, yeah. So they would sharpen one end, and then they'll just stick it down on the ground and kind of pry up the soil, and then they'll take...
Seriously?
Yeah.
Amazing how creative they were with the tools that they had around them, which were sticks and stones and things like that. But it kind of makes us a little happy that we have other tools in our life that make our lives a little bit easier than it was way back in the day.
What else tool-wise? Because that's a shocker, thinking that they had to dig up that much land just using a broomstick.
Yeah.
Right. Another tool that they would use is a bison shoulder blade bone hoe. So once they've plowed up their soil, they're going to actually move the soil around to create little tiny hills in their garden, and then they'll plant the 3 sisters, so corn, beans, and squash inside of those hills.
Okay. But they used a blade, a shoulder blade
of a bison.
That's right.
Now, would they affix it to a handle, or would they just take the blade by itself?
Yeah, they're going to find a Y branch, so a branch that's relatively straight that goes up maybe about 3 feet, and then it comes to a Y. And they'll try to put the shoulder blade bone inside of that Y, and then they'll use some rawhide that they're going to process from skinning animals.
Right.
And they'll use that to bind it together, and then that's their tool.
Some amazing creations.
Absolutely. Yeah, and you can experience that this Saturday, correct?
Absolutely. Yeah.
When do things start kicking off?
It starts off at 9 and then we end at 4.
Okay, so all day.
All day.
Bring the family out to really learn something special. And you kind of already referenced this, but I was going to ask why Living History Farms wants this a part of their culture and a special day like this. But you mentioned you guys have the Ioway Farm out there that's been out there for quite some time. So you want to make sure people understand this history.
Right, definitely.
Wonderful.
Now, what else do you have going on at Living History Farms? Since we have you here, we might as well take advantage of you. You can talk about some of the other things you have at Living History Farms.
Yeah, so we actually have a volunteer coming out that's actually very, very good at bow drill. So they really had 2 different starting fire techniques back during this time period. So the volunteer is going to be demonstrating the bow drill, and myself, I'm going to be demonstrating the flint and steel. So that's another activity that's going on. Scraping animal hides is something else that we're going to be doing as well.
Are you going to do a demonstration or just show the process?
We're going to be doing demonstration, and if we have guests that want to participate,
Seriously?
they're more than welcome to give it a try.
Because that was key to survival back then, wasn't it?
Definitely, yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, well, take a step back into history this Saturday. If people want more information about the great events that are happening at Living History Farms, where should they go?
They can go online to lhf.org, and all the events will be on the calendar right there all the way up till October. So.
Wonderful.
All right.
Unbelievable. Well, you taught me something this morning, and I haven't even gone to the event, so thank you so much. We appreciate you being here. Enjoy Ioway Culture Day coming up this Saturday at Living History Farms. It's a great thing happening here in our community. Thank you so much for joining us.
Yeah, I want to see this shoulder blade, plow. Yeah, that'd be kind of cool.
Shove it in a stick and see what happens.
We're going to check that out. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.